Guess what? The weather is not terrible, so it's finally time to put the AtomRC Swordfish into the air. It's Maiden time, baby! This video was created thanks to my Patrons and YouTube channel members. Thank you, you're the main reason this channel keeps going. If you're not one of them, then please consider becoming one for as little as $2 a month. Thanks, it means a lot and it helps me to record this kind of the videos. As you can see, well, you cannot see, but it's cold outside today, something around -2 degrees, but at least it's not raining and it's not super damp on the outside, so I think it's just enough of the good weather to see how this thing, the AtomRC Swordfish, actually flies. Let's arm. Oh, I think it's I don't think it's super easy to throw this because of how the grip on the airplane looks like. There is a notch over here to put your hands on, and also you can grab it over here. Let's see how it's gonna work. So let's arm, let's throttle up. Oh yeah, I like it. It's amazing. I already say it will be an amazing airplane. Slow, I think it's okay, not that slow to be honest, much faster than I expected. Woo! Nice and super quiet. I like it already. Let's make a few passes. Let's see about what are the throttle requirements on this thing. I think less than half of the throttle is more than enough to keep it nicely in the air. Okay. Looks awesome, to be honest. And I think the wind is actually only very slow over here on the ground. Even a few meters above the ground level, you can see that it struggles going that direction, but goes pretty nicely in that one. I like it. So I think the FPV will be just the next step. Yeah, and somewhere around half a throttle, it's really going super nicely. Whoops. Okay. And by pure coincidence, we were able to test the crash resistance of this thing. Looks like it's okay, because looks like the wing actually survived. As you can see, the wing was absolutely ripped out. This is actually a good sign that most probably it will survive more than just one crash. Let me quickly disconnect the battery. Let me reattach the wing, prepare the FPV setup, and let's see how this thing will behave in the air with the proper setup. Another takeoff. Let's see if this time we will be able to see how nicely it just goes straight into the air, because yeah, it's pretty cool. It flies, and you know what? It flies quite nice. First of all, it's a glider. Just look at the aspect ratio on the wings. Yes, it's a twin motor glider, but if you cut the throttle, you can glide with this thing no problem. But this airplane, I think, actually shines when you have some of the throttle applied, and during my initial flights when I kept the current around 2 to 3 amps, it was just flying amazingly. No problems with keeping the altitude, keeping the attitude, going whenever you want. It was just super nicely following the track. And that means that with big enough of the battery, flight times between half an hour to an hour are absolutely not a problem. Everything changes when you open the throttle, because when you open the throttle, this thing is fast. Let's remember, this thing was never designed to be fast. However, with the stock motors, stock propellers and 4S 1.5 amp hours LiPo, this thing no problem reached 135 kilometers on the flat flight while still being super quiet. I like it. Takeoff was simple, level flight was simple, doing some basic acrobatics in the air was simple. What was not simple? Well, definitely landing. This is a gliders. Gliders do not like to land, and you really do have to be careful how you touch down. If I would have to find something that I don't like already about the Swordfish, it would be most probably the options to install the digital FPV. With both the DJI and the walk snail, you can install the camera basically over here, and that means that, well, you see the nose of the airplane during the flight. It's not that bad, but well, I would really like to have the option not to see it. Also, with the camera up here, it's really hard to find a place for the HD camera, like for example Cadix Peanut. No idea where I can put it on this thing yet. Most probably I will have to design and 3D print something like the external tower. No idea yet how I can get both the DJI and the HD footage from this thing. Or maybe some kind of the nose adapter over here. No idea yet. Also, the flight controller they put in the Return to Home and FPV versions are, well, not really the best. It lacks the pin I/O option. It has only one pad for the 9-volt voltage stabilized, and it cannot power anything, only from the USB. But besides that, seems to be working just fine. Now, here's the next video you should watch. In the meantime, I'm Paweł Spychalski. Thank you very much for watching, and like always, happy flying!